start to this work and school week, followed by some rain. Finally, for some of you who have been looking for rain, we haven't had it in about 1 month. So we'll finally get in on some of that. It looks like Wednesday, not very promising perhaps for rain totals, but we'll talk about that in a second. And then we have great weekend weather yet again for next weekend. We like to get into this pattern where the weekends are looking good, and then sometimes we do have rain during the work week. Some of us like that anyway. Current temperatures right now, 80 degrees in New Orleans, east-northeast winds up to near 10 miles per hour. And look at this low humidity, 25%, and our dew point at 41 degrees and some spots even upper 30s. So this is a very dry October-like kind of feel for our air this weekend. Current temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s. And our winds are not very strong, mostly coming in from the northeast and east. Satellite and radar very quiet. And zooming out, we have our front, which of course passed through earlier this weekend far south of us, and then we have surface high pressure building to the north. Sunday evening, super pleasant. We've been talking about it all week long, how beautiful the weekend was going to be, especially Sunday. And indeed, whatever you're doing this evening will just gently be dropping from the 70s, eventually into the 60s. Overnight lows tonight expected near 64 south of Lake Pontchartrain. And if you're north of the lake, look for lower 50s. A kind of cool start to your Monday morning there. Overall, a comfortable night. Don't miss the full moon. It looked great last night, and you also likely saw very bright Jupiter near it. Tonight, it is officially full. It was full officially, I guess, this afternoon, but tonight is the closest night to that time. So full moon tonight looked great last night, will look good again tomorrow night. Look east-southeast at nightfall to see that. Tomorrow, temperatures about 81 degrees. Very pleasant start to the week. Lots of sun and low humidity, and winds from the east northeast up to about 5 or 10 miles per hour. Now, some of you might be getting excited about what you see here, the rain chance on Wednesday. Now, note it's not extremely high. It looks like scattered showers and storms on Wednesday into Wednesday evening, but likely drying out now into Thursday with a lower rain chance there. Here's our available moisture map, and see all the blues. That's very dry air over us right now. Here is tropical moisture, though, associated with Julia, which is, of course, moving across Nicaragua into the Pacific right now, as I showed you earlier, but we'll track it closely in a second. First, I just want to show you this trend with moisture from that system surging to the north into the Gulf of Mexico. Not the system itself, no chance of reformation or anything like that, but you can see that the moisture will be making its way northward, and that means we'll actually have some moisture in the atmosphere when this front moves in. Lately, the trend has been that the fronts move in, but it's just so dry here, we don't get any rain with it. But this time, it looks like we should be able to see that front spark some showers and storms on Wednesday before we get more dry air quickly moving in. Now, how much rain? A lot of you want to know. Well, our European rainfall totals right now, all the way through Thursday, are showing anywhere from a quarter inch to maybe an inch or more. But look at the GFS. It's going way less, maybe only a few hundredths of an inch indicated by this model. These are the two big global models that we look at often. So our rain bottom line Q&A, big points, mainly Wednesday, if you're wondering when we're looking for rain, wrapping up Wednesday night, only a slight chance of rain on Thursday. How much? Less than 1 inch, and unfortunately it might be much less than 1 inch. We will see, but for a lot of us, any little bit will take at this point. Severe storms not expected. Here's the latest on Tropical Storm Julia, the center crossing Nicaragua right now. It was a hurricane when it made landfall with 85-mile-per-hour winds in the central part of the east coast of Nicaragua early on this Sunday morning. It is forecast to cross over and still be named Julia as a tropical storm tonight in the eastern Pacific. Bonnie did the same earlier this year, you may remember, and then it will hug the coast of Central America in the eastern Pacific before it weakens heading into Monday evening. Note that the tropical models, our computer models here, are in good consensus, keeping its center well out, moving to the east, kind of paralleling the coast of Mexico out there in the eastern Pacific over the next several days. And as I was mentioning, no chance of this moving into the Gulf and reforming there. But Julia did take us to the 5th hurricane for the season and the 10th named storm. There are no other spots set to develop in the next few days in the Atlantic Basin. 7-day forecast shows that rain chance on Wednesday, slight chance for Thursday, and the weekend forecast depends a little bit. The models are split on how cool we'll get. For now, we'll go kind of in between them. Morning lows in the 50s and 60s, highs around 80, and nice dry air through the weekend.